Oh, that old New Mexico. That old New Mexico. Driving through, driving around. That old New Mexico.
Okay, so we are in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to I just arrived. I'm going to drive down Central Avenue, and I'm going to be using AI, and I think that we're going to see a lot of maybe homeless and certain stuff. Then we're going to get into some really good neighborhoods too. So we're going to start out. I don't know what to expect, but I heard that this is kind of like the homeless central part. Not to say anything bad about the city, but this is where we're going to start, and then I want to transition to other ones. Anyways, let's put this up on the map, the Central Avenue, just so you know that first, and then we'll get started. Okay, New Mexico up on the map, so you can see exactly where we are. And then we're going to zoom in exactly where we are in New Mexico, so you can see that as well. And just so you know, I'm going to be putting up different New Mexico videos, driving around. And if you're looking through my history, you'll see me kind of jumping around, but actually these are all filmed in December 2026. Let's go watch the video, as if you're there yourself. Okay, so as you can see, Central Avenue is right in front of us, and then we're going to be pulling into it. And I'm just going to capture whatever we can capture, but before we get into it, I'm going to be asking AI some questions. So number one is, what is the demographics of Albuquerque, New Mexico?
So Albuquerque is a pretty diverse city. You got a population of around 560,000 people, it's got a strong Hispanic and Latino influence. Nearly half the population is Hispanic or Latino. You'll also find a blend of different groups, white, Native American, African American, and Asian communities all mixed in, So yeah, as you're rolling down Central Avenue, you're gonna get a good taste of that diversity. What other kinds of local insights are you curious about?
Well, I guess I'm gonna be starting at Central. And I heard that there's a lot of homeless. This is kind of like homeless central. So can you tell me a little bit about Central Avenue and its relationship with homelessness and fentanyl for Albuquerque?
So Central Avenue definitely has a reputation for being a hub where you'll see some of the city's challenges up close. There's been quite a bit of local action to address homelessness and fentanyl issues, and you'll see efforts to balance safety with compassion. Quiet, but and hey, I remember you were aiming to check out places in like Nob Hill and downtown as well. It's all part of Albuquerque's tapestry. Anything else you're curious about as you get ready to roll down the avenue?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go down those two. So I'm going to try to get a nice transition from, I guess, kind of maybe a little bit rougher into the newer neighborhood of Albuquerque. So we're going to show a lot of the YouTubers what it looks like. Maybe give me a little bit of history about Albuquerque. So what can you tell me about the history, the origins, and such like that?
Definitely. So, Albuquerque's got a pretty deep history. It's got roots going back to its founding in 1706 as a Spanish colony. It's been its kind of cultural crossroads ever since, blending Native American, Hispanic, and Anglo influences over the centuries. So as you're cruising through, you're literally driving through layers of history.
That sounds really good. So, okay, so right now we're at Eubank Boulevard. So I think we're at the far side of Albuquerque. We do see some homelessness right in front of the Circle K gas station there. There's a little bit there for the viewers. So I guess we're going to probably see more of that. What's Albuquerque been, has it been getting worse or better the last few years for homelessness and fentanyl?
So yeah, it's been a pretty mixed picture in recent years. Homelessness and fentanyl issues have definitely been on the city's radar, and there have been ongoing efforts to tackle it. Some areas have seen improvement, others are still working through challenges, but overall the community's really trying to find solutions. Let me know what else you need as we're cruising along.
Yeah, I'm actually just a biker just went by, so I saw another biker a little bit earlier. I just arrived in Albuquerque. Is there a pretty big like motorcycle and biker community in Albuquerque?
Absolutely. There's a pretty solid biker scene in Albuquerque. You'll find a lot of motorcycle enthusiasts cruising around, especially along those scenic desert routes. Let me know if you're curious about anything else on the road.
Scenic desert routes. Would you consider Central Avenue a scenic desert route?
Well, Central Avenue is definitely more of an urban Main Street vibe than a scenic desert route. Once you get a bit out of the city, you'll definitely find those open desert stretches. Just let me know how the ride goes.
Where does Route 66? Did that go through Central?
It sure gets.
So tell me a little bit about the so US 66 is on Central Avenue is US 66. So we should see some iconic images of that on this road.
Absolutely, you're spot on. So as you're cruising down Central, you're gonna spot a lot of those classic Route 66 landmarks, vintage neon signs, old motels, and all that iconic.
Luna Lodge, is that one? Luna Lodge?
Yes, exactly. The Luna Lodge is one of those classic historic spots. It's been there since the old Route 60s days, and it's definitely got that vintage charm.
Luna Lodge, what year would have that been created?
So the Luna Lodge actually goes way back. It was built in 1949, right along that classic stretch of Route 66. Keep an eye out for those vintage vibes.
Okay, 1949. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So that means that probably that's kind of the time period when probably a lot of these signs came up, probably. So I'll look for more of those. Okay.
Absolutely, you got it. Yeah, a lot of those neon signs popped up around that era, so you're definitely in for the vintage sightseeing. Let me know what catches your eye out there.
I see another one right here. It says US 66 Plaza. So I guess that's another one, eh?
Yup, exactly. The US 66 Plaza is another classic stop. It's like a little time capsule. So yeah, they're all over that stretch. Keep
Indian
exploring.
Hotel. And I guess this area that I'm in is called the War Streets. Some of these, because I just saw like a street, I looked down and it looks like I think I'm in what they call the War Zone. Is that right?
Yeah, that's the local nickname for that area, the War Zone. It's known for being a little rough around the edges, so just keep an eye out and stay aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of evidence of it down the side streets, especially, and on the main street as well. So I guess this might be the heart of it, probably.
Yeah, you're probably right in the thick of it. Usually those side streets are where you can really feel that local vibe. Stay safe out there and keep me posted on what you see.
Okay, will do. So yeah, I'm seeing it throughout here. Okay, so I guess here's one bar and square. Quite a few people on that one. So it looks like a pretty big fentanyl crisis in this area. I can definitely see evidence of it. Here's a saloon, club, something saloon. There's ballpark. So ballpark looks like it might have been here for a while. Is that part of the Route 66?
Yeah, the ballpark definitely could be one of those older spots that's been there a while. It might not be directly part of the Route 66 history, but you're definitely seeing the real side of the neighborhood. Just keep staying aware and let me know if you need anything.
I'm just going by something called the Library International District. It looks like it's the local library. Looks like a kind of an Art Deco building. I don't know. Can you tell me about the history of that building?
Sure. The Library in the National District is actually a pretty cool spot. It's got that 1930s Art Deco flair. They've renovated it a few times, but it still has that classic vintage vibe. It's definitely one of the neighborhood's little treasures.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like I'm kind of seeing a little bit of US 66. I'm seeing a lot of the fentanyl crisis here too. So yeah, kind of documenting it in 2026. First Nations. That's I saw a First Nations community building as well. I guess there's also pretty good population of First Nation Native American as well in Albuquerque, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There's definitely a strong Native American presence in Albuquerque, including several First Nations and Pueblo communities. It's a big part of the city's cultural tapestry.
Yep, I can see that here. Here's Grand Central is to my left. It looks like to the right there's actually a big casino. When did they start having legal casinos in Albuquerque?
Actually, yeah, casino gaming has been on the rise in New Mexico for quite a while. It really kicked off in the late 1990s when travel casinos started opening up. So the spot you're seeing is definitely part of that wave of growth in legalized gambling over the past few decades.
What year was legalized gambling in New Mexico?
So New Mexico actually legalized tribal casinos back in the late 1990s. It's been a while, and it's part of how the casino scene grew over the years.
Okay, yeah, it looks like a pretty large parking lot. So we're gonna keep on going down. It's called the Downs Racetrack and Casino. So racetrack. I guess there's a racetrack. Is that a horse racing?
Yeah, exactly. The Downs is a combo racetrack and casino, so you'll find horse racing going on there. It's a pretty old venue. Definitely a local stable.
So as I get past this one, would you say like the war zone is probably behind me, and then as I'm going forward, is it start to transition into the university and such like that?
Yeah, that's about right. Once you're leaving that area behind, you'll start seeing more of the university district. It definitely shifts from that rougher neighborhood vibe into a more campus-oriented scene, so you'll probably notice that shit as you keep going.
Yeah, I also saw, I think there's a Roadrunner, so there's some public transportation going through here too. I think it's called Roadrunner. Is that something that I saw? It looked like there was a station on Central Avenue here.
Yeah, you definitely got a sharp eye. That will be the New Mexico Rail Runner Express. Locals just call it the Rail Runner. It's Albuquerque's commuter rail system, and there's a station right on Central Avenue.
What year did the Rail Runner start?
Yeah, the Rail Runner actually kicked off service back in July 2006. Sounds like you might have an eye for transit system.
Oh, here's an iconic looking hotel. It's called Tiwa Lodge. Has vacancy as well with Chili Peppers. That looks like a really cool building. What year was that building and when did that start?
Oh, Kiwa Lodge is a cool one. It's got that classic Route 66 vibe, and it's been around since the 1940s. It's definitely one of those iconic old school motels along Central Avenue.
Yeah, I guess as I get further down, I'm seeing more. There's Lazy Motel. There's some big, tall building. Looks like it's about 20 stories high. What's that building all about?
Yeah, as you get further into that area, you're gonna spot a mix of these classic motels, and then, bam, you get some mid-century high-rises popping up. Sounds like you're looking at one of the taller downtown buildings there, probably an office or a hotel that kind of stands out from the older Route 66 vibe.
Yeah, that one really stood out quite a bit. Everything's pretty low density, but that one was about 20 stories high. Now we're kind of going by some karting place. There's more businesses. So yeah, looks like Bank of Albuquerque. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of, there's Highland. That one looks like Art Deco on the left. Highland, tell me about that one. What year did that start? What style is that?
Oh, the Highland Theater definitely has that Art Deco vibe going on. It actually opened in the late 1940s, and it was one of those classic movie houses from that era.
Okay, what year was that? What year did you say that was?
So that was the late 1940s when the Highland Theater originally opened up.
And when did the US 66, when did the route go through? Was that also 1940s?
Yeah, Route 66 had its heyday a bit earlier. All was commissioned in the late 1920s and became a major cross-country route through the 30s and 40s. So definitely a little bit before the Highland Theater came onto the scene.
And now I just said I'm in a neighborhood called Highland. So Highland, what's Highland known for?
Yeah, the Highland neighborhood is one of those older kind of historic areas that popped up along Route 66. It's known for its mid-century charm, a real mix of those vintage hotels and Art Deco spots.
And now I see some Nob Hill signs, so I guess looks like there's some apartments here. So I guess I'm officially in Nob Hill, but I guess on Nob Hill and Central Avenue, I guess I have to turn left or right, probably, right? So to get into the heart of that, I'll probably explore that later, but it looks like I'm officially in Nob Hill.
Yeah, you've definitely made it into Nob Hill, and that's kind of the sweet spot for a lot of those cool little shops, restaurants, and some funky vintage stores. So hey, take a left or a right and wander around. It's a lot to discover down there.
Yeah, maybe that'd be a whole other video. Here's some other interesting stuff. Cowboys and Indians has looks like a tourist shop, townhouse properties. So it looks like kind of a mix of commercial districts on the main road. Okay, well, tell me about Nob Hill. Tell me about the history. I heard a little bit about it, but tell me more. Like, who started that? What year was that? I heard there's something about somebody who designed it, so it's walkable.
Absolutely. Nob Hill has its own little story. developing in the 1930s and 40s, and it was kind of envisioned as a more walkable, almost a kind of funky suburban extension of Albuquerque along Route 66. So yeah, it's got a lot of character.
Yeah, I think I also heard there was some guy that was, who started that? There was some specific person who started Nob Hill.
Yeah, so Nob Hill was actually shaped a lot by a developer named E.K.B. Sellers. He got things rolling in the 1940s and helped give the neighborhood that unique feel. It's definitely got some walkable charm to it.
Yeah, looks okay. It looks like okay. Now we're kind of getting into some adobe houses as well. So exotic pets. We have an exotic pet store. So I think I'm just gonna keep on driving. Looks like we have lots of 1949, I guess, architecture. I see some nice signs. Looks like US 66 on the left side, which might not be in camera's view, but there's a hot dog parlor called Clown Dog. That looks interesting.
Oh yeah, Clown Dog is definitely one of those quirky local staples. It's been around for a bit. You're definitely catching those mid-century vibes and those cool Route 66 signs. Keep cruising around and just soak it in.
Yeah, so okay, let's see what else we can see around here. I'm seeing here's called Nob Hill. There's a sign for it. There's something called Breathe. Looks like a kind of a, must be a cool shop called Breathe Urban. It's like this more like upscale shopping.
Yeah, exactly. Nob Hill does have a little bit of an upscale edge to it. It's got those unique boutique shops like Breathe, and it's definitely a place where you'll find some more curated shopping experiences.
Once I go through Nob Hill, what's on the other side?
Well, once you make your way through Nob Hill, you're basically gonna hit the university area. UNM sits just beyond, and then the vibe kind of shifts again, a little more of that college feel and some different kinds of shops.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll look forward to that. So it looks like I'm seeing some new apartments here. I guess the address is 3339 on Central, and that is some looks like some apartment buildings. Is that kind of new? A lot of these new stuff is in Nob Hill. Is that correct to say?
Yeah, for sure. And there's been some new development popping up in Nob Hill over the last few years. So you're definitely spotting some of those newer apartment buildings along Central.
Yeah. Let me see. Here's another one. Motel Highway House.
Yeah, that's definitely a bit of that vintage Route 66 flow. A Highway House Motel is one of those old school spots that's...
Yeah, the camera keeps turning off. I guess it's too hot on the camera. The sun is coming right to the camera, I guess, and it keeps overheating. I guess we'll have to end it, but I'm going to try to use some other videos here soon where I'm going to focus on Nob Hill, University area, and such like that. So I guess we'll end it for now. So thanks for kind of showing a little bit about Albuquerque, and I'll get some much better neighborhoods in the future ones as well. So I guess that's it.